It's Al, the spiritual atheist, back once again. As far as the health is concerned, I have nothing new to report. Feeling fine. Nothing is happening. Nobody is being mean to me. Tonight I want to talk about faith, I think. That's what I'll call it, just to upset all my atheist friends. Faith is usually considered believing something true even though there's no convincing evidence of it. That is that we say, yeah, I would like to become rational, and the reason I would like to be rational is because I know that I'm not. It's some sort of like self-improvement, and it doesn't work that way. It's not like a therapy session or a self-therapy session where you're going to get better. It's just not, that's the way it works. The way that it works is that you have to believe that deep down, supporting all the neurotic patterns that you have, underneath all that, and probably the source of that, is a basic rationality that you can trust. And that's really, really, really the bottom line. You have to be able to trust yourself right now. We start where we are. And maybe at some point in our journey, we'll start relating to other people in the same way that we relate to ourselves. That is, that we don't relate to them on the level of their neurosis, but rather on the level of their rationality. We understand that, like ourselves, they have a basic rationality. I bring this up because someone asked me if I would talk to a racist or a Nazi. And the one thing it's not known about me, because I haven't mentioned it, but I've been a card-carrying member of the NAACP for years and have sat on the executive council of my local chapter for about 5 years before my health made me sort of give that up. I have met many racists there in the work that the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People do. And in Maine, which is the whitest state in the nation, by the way, we do have our Nazis and racists. And I don't think that the real answer, if I'm going to put myself, for instance, into this person's position and see the world through his or her eyes, it has a certain hopelessness in it to me, because they don't see an alternative to their neurotic patterns. And the reason they don't see that alternative is because they've never seen it in anyone else, and they have never seen it in themselves. They don't know it exists. That's why when people come to my door and have something they want to talk about, I don't really care what it is. I know what I want to talk about, and they will enjoy themselves. They'll be made to feel welcome. They'll have a good time. And just maybe, something got touched in them. And if we are just going to exclude people and see them as beneath us, then what are we? You know? And there's more things that are disgusting than just racism. I am not a big fan at all of intellectual pride. That I see no difference in taking pride in one's intelligence and showing it off than in showing off the color of one's skin or the color of one's eyes and taking pride in it. Proud to be white, proud to be blue-eyed, proud to have a high IQ. All this stuff that I had nothing to do with. I'm just born that way. At the same time, I know that I have blue eyes. I know that my skin is white, and I know that I'm probably a pretty intelligent guy. I am aware of these things, but to decide that that somehow makes me better than you is revolting when you come down to it. There's no basis to it. It's just accidents of birth. It's hard for me to put these things into words right now. I just kind of wish that we could care for each other a little bit more. Back in my hippie days, and I was a hippie, we used to say, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. You know, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.